So, fortunately, nobody has turned the boat over for a change, but it looks like a dog has had his wicked way.
It's episode 7 of the Shrink and the Drink trying to sail around the UK in his laser. In this episode we share the highs and the lows of the 280-mile journey from St Andrews to the top of the UK, John O'Groats.
Today is day 31 and I'm heading to Stonehaven. There is some wind, what a relief, and I've already set off on time. The lighthouse is behind me and there were some dolphins that popped out, but I'm afraid I haven't caught them on video. Looking forward to the day, should be good. What a contrast to yesterday. Yesterday was 2 miles an hour for 6.5 hours and now we're doing 5 or 6 knots, beautiful sunny warm day. Having done halfway in an hour and a half, that's about 10 miles, so much quicker. Having a little pause. This is Gordon and Inverbevy, and I've got another 10 to do. A passing kayaker has given me a tow because the wind has died, and it will take me 3 hours to get 2 miles, I think. So Dieter has come to rescue me. Thank you, Dieter. And here's the castle that everybody talks about.
Like any sailor, Andrew is happy when the wind is good and sad when the conditions are too light or too strong.
It's a beautiful morning. I have been so well looked after by Dieter and Philip, but I'm feeling a bit short of enthusiasm today. Maybe the lack of wind, maybe I need a rest day. All along here is Donald Trump's golf course, but apparently he tried to object to the wind farm and the locals said, we need that. So this is Fraserburgh, and what we have is the fisherman landing his crabs, I think, and the mum holding the wee Ben, and then the seal, can you see the seal? Looking for dinner. It's all happening here in Fraserburgh. Leaving Fraserburgh Harbour and Marina. Out into the open sea shortly after many layers. Another day on the beach. My hands go a bit funny when they're soaked in the water all day long, and they just don't dry out. This is not a bad lunch spot. My homemade sandwiches. Got a nice backdrop. This is West Sands around here, and I think I'm most of the way to Bookie in day 30, I'm not sure, 38. Here we are arriving at Bookie. The wind has turned around 180 degrees and I have this sublime, peaceful evening coming up to the harbour. I've just arrived at Bookie Harbour, which is a commercial port, and I asked the harbour master, is there a pontoon around the place? And he said, oh yeah, come this way. But things are not quite how I imagined they would be. Some nice trawlers, and ooh, the boat is way down there. It's proving a bit tricky getting out of here because the wind is pushing me against the wall, but there is some wind.
Andrew gives himself a large challenge to sail 26 miles across Moray Firth, but he has the option of making a one-stop or a no-stop strategy at Talbot Ness.
This is day 40 and I started off under the grey clouds you can see behind me, but the wind has swung around a chunk and there's, well, you can't see Talbot and Talbot Ness is in the distance. I'm about half the way across, a bit of hands-free sailing as you might expect. There's 2 hands, and had some lunch. Still a long way to go to Golspie, but Rupert should be turning up as a big surprise. So this is day 43. It's neither very dramatic nor very quick, but it is incredibly peaceful, and I'm going so slowly that even the guillemots are not flying away. That's incredible. Lovely and clear. It is absolutely stunning coastline, all the better for the fact that we have a little bit of wind. I'm getting kind of used to crazy parking places. Here's the boat.
The real challenge for Andrew is not the sailing, but the uploading of images to social media. He's uploaded many images, leaving fans guessing whether it is actually Andrew. Recently asked his followers whether they could spot his boat in the harbour, only to realise that HMS Betty was not even visible. But he is getting some cool fan mail.
Heading out of Wick Harbour on to John O'Groats for day 44. Okay, so we're heading to Duncansby Head. Behind us, you can't see a thing. In front of us, you can't really see a thing either. And to the left is Scotland. There's a bit of a thick mist, but it's kind of Duncansby Head in the distance there. Nos Head behind us. I'm about halfway. Navionics says I'm doing 6 miles an hour, sometimes 7. And if you look in the water, it looks like, I don't know, 2 or 3. So there's 4 or so miles per hour of tide, which is going to get quicker. Whoa!
This section really intrigued me as Andrew comes up against his 9th fastest section of water around the UK, Duncansby Head, where the speed of the water can reach 13 knots at a high tide.
Can you see and hear the flow around here? Goodness me, look at that. Officially, this is John O'Groats from the sea with a view into the harbour. And if you look carefully, the sign without the sticks, where everybody gathers to say they are officially at John O'Groats. I am so pleased to be here. Yes!
Well, there you go. He has sailed the length of the country, and we're very proud of him. So far, Andrew has raised £8,800 for his chosen charities. If you didn't think he was going to make it this far, or haven't yet donated, do follow the links in the description below to donate.